gnome, Stabby, whatever his name was.
Stabby.
And we ended up like completely splitting the group. And my character found a chest with 500 gold in it.
But that was easy to do because he was an NPC that you were playing.
But sure. I didn't. I was like before. I expected all of us to start accumulating former NPCs as PCs on various pirate ships. I had no idea. But as a character that's just found 500 gold, it made perfect sense for me to just take that gold and split.
Right.
Huh? Yeah, why go back to the ship? You're filthy rich now.
And I've never played a gnome before, and I don't really have any desire to play.
You did that one time, didn't you, Dan?
Flint the Grappler.
That's right. It was another D&D campaign.
He had amassed so much wealth in such a short amount of time because of the adventure that we were playing, and
he had no use for it.
He was a homeless guy, and I was like, why am I going down there again?
Right. Why am I risking my life when I've got more money than I've ever seen in my life?
The funnest part about that guy that I always liked that I did, I haven't done since, is because he was always really drunk and he paid for everything just with handfuls of gold. So I would just throw a bunch of dice out there, and that's just how much gold I spent for the night.
Right.
I probably could have bought the establishments many times over. I just had all these hotel rooms that I forgot that I was staying in that had money in them.
Right.
And like, oh, you're still in room whatever. I'm like, I am? There's a bunch of money in here.
That's like the perfect drunk.
He was great.
Why don't we know one of those?
Well, yeah, the perfect drunk? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't hang out with drunk
because most perfect drunks don't have a lot of money.
Right. It's true.
So
they've drank it all.
We need to find one of those.
But yeah, the game got to the point where I was like, there's just no reason that this guy's going to keep going down and risking his life, because he's basically living a life of luxury and celebrity here in town. There was no point. His legend had been established for him.
And I think that's it's a refreshing way of thinking of it, because how many times have you just continued on for no? I mean, we talk about the Shadowrun epic characters or Shadowrun campaigns where you did it up till you saw it all the way through and it ended up screwing you in the butt. Yeah. Whereas if you probably would have retired your character early, you would still have that character around.
Well, that's the thing about that game where we got eaten by the dragon. I had already retired my great character. The next character was about to retire. This was supposed to be his last run, and then I was going to move on to yet another completely different character. But no.
Either way, the character
screwed over by Woodside, eaten by a damn dragon.
Would never be played again.
No.
And
it's how you go out, Mike. Yeah. You don't want to be eaten by a dragon. You want to be able to open your Korean restaurant in Seattle and retire.
As far as ways to go in Shadowrun,
that's pretty top notch.
That's pretty top notch.
Well, is it eaten by a dragon and you were helpless and couldn't do anything about it, or did you go out guns blazing?
No, it was helpless. They were on an astral quest. Their bodies were eaten while they were.
Yeah. That's sad.
On an astral quest,
which is rare because Spigoli never seen a dragon, not once.
We saw several,
but he went out great. I mean, he's
He chased never see a dragon.
It was
it seems like we saw him all the time.
Spicoli chased the dragon all the time.
That's right. That's different, though.
I mean, they called me the dragon. No.
Incidentally, didn't we have a character? It was a Shadowrun character, and I forgot who was playing it. It may have been Crotchet. I'm not sure, but there was a character that died of a drug overdose, and we dumped him.
This is horrible because this shows the kind of people we are. It was a forced drug overdose on somebody we were questioning, and we dumped him in a dumpster.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. And Sean, I believe it was Sean.
That's the thing about Shadowrun.
Full of drugs.
Oh, yeah, Halloween.
Shadowrun, right? You have permission to be the kind of bastard you've always wanted to be. Yes. It's just kind of expected.
Was that Honey Bear? No.
I think it was just a random kind of one night thing.
Okay, I could have swore it was a PC. Maybe it was something else. There was something where a character.
Probably the last character that Dan played in Aces and Eights that was addicted to everything.
Yeah,
that's why I love randomly generated characters.
There was also the one. It was another Shadowrun example where the guy. It was on a Monday. The guy showed up and played like a couple of times.
The guy that had the eyeliner?
No, I'm talking about he's a friend of yours, who ended up he was like a troll. He was trying to pick up the women, but they wouldn't do anything.
And
Gavin. And he ended up, we're like, well, Gavin, what are you going to do now? He goes, well, none of the women will do anything with me, so I'm going to go in the bathroom and spank it. And that was the last time we saw that character.
Yes. Like the guy from summer school who was in the bathroom.
In the bathroom the whole time? Right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how his character went out, was spanking it.
That's a broken arrow.
Gavin's a weird dude. I mean, he's a nice guy, but he's touched.
So I think we'll probably wrap it there. unless anybody has anything else to say.
I need something to think about besides Gavin spanking it in the bathroom.
Broken arrow.
What the hell was that?
We'll find one out of
It was
it.
like
right?
Hicks.
It was like Smedley or
I think that's how I did it that night.
Follow us on Twitter.
We're at Gamers Table.
Like us on Facebook.
Listen to us on iTunes.
Or on Stitcher.
Got a comment or question about the show?
Visit our website, gamerstable.com.
You can comment right there on the episode page.
Or you can send us an email, feedback@gamerstable.com.
Even better, you can leave us a voicemail at 559-546-1231.
Right. And if you do, we could feature your call on the show.
If you like what you hear, click our PayPal tip jar. It's only 99 cents, and it helps us keep coming back each week.
Thank you for listening. Remember, new episodes are released every Tuesday, so please subscribe. Properties discussed during this podcast are the exclusive rights of their respective owners. Gamers Table is a registered trademark property of Side Tangent Productions.